The fields are all white, the harvest is near, the reapers are with their sharp sickles appear.
In Islam, the most essential belief is called Tawheed, which refers to the strictest form of Unitarian monotheism imaginable. This is the absolute oneness of God in Islam. In Islam, God is utterly alone, and because adherence to Tawheed is the highest and most important commandment in the religion, then the greatest sin is called shirk, which is opposite of Tawheed. Shirk in Islam is idolatry or associating partners with God. As one Muslim group in Toronto has stated in their publication Invitation to Islam, murder, rape, child molestation, genocide, these are all some of the appalling crimes which occur in our world today. Many would think that these are the worst possible offenses which could be committed, but there is something which outweighs all these crimes put together. It is the crime of shirk. As the Quran said, surely they have disbelieved who say Allah is the Messiah Jesus, son of Mary. But the Messiah said, O children of Israel, worship Allah exclusively. Quran 5:72. This verse is evidence that those who associate with Allah are kuffar and commit shirk, or the greatest shirk. If a person dies committing shirk and never repents of it, he will be permanent resident in hellfire. While the unpardonable sin in the Bible is to deny or blaspheme the Holy Spirit as God, in Islam believing that God is the Holy Spirit is an unpardonable sin. Of course, that's in Matthew chapter 12 verse 31. The Holy Spirit, according to Islam, is the angel who spoke to Muhammad. Yet the being that spoke to Muhammad bears far more resemblance to Lucifer that's in the Bible than to any heavenly angel. Imagine that believing in the divinity of Christ is considered by many Muslims to be a far worse sin than committing murder. Meanwhile, in the backwards world of Islam, the Muslims of Sudan are even now carrying out a literal genocide against the black Sudanese, while the rest of the Muslim world turns its collective head and looks the other way. But believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and you stir up a hornet's nest. Neither the demons nor the Muslims can tolerate the truth that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and the Lord of all. This denial is found several times, that Islam denying the Son. This is throughout the Quran. In the Quran it says, "In blasphemy indeed are those that say that God is Christ, the Son of Mary. They said that most gracious had begotten a son. You have uttered a gross blasphemy. The heavens are about to shatter, the earth is about to tear asunder, and the mountains are about to crumble, because they claim that the most gracious has begotten a son. It is not befitting the most gracious that he should beget a son." Quran 19:88-92. Another verse in the Quran states, "The Christians call Christ the Son of Allah. That is a saying from their mouth. In this they but imitate what the unbelievers of old used to say. Allah's curse be on them, how they are deluded away from the truth." Quran 9:30. The Quran literally pronounces a curse on those who believe that Jesus is the Son of God. People who say such things utter gross blasphemies and are likened to unbelievers or kuffar infidels. In his Institutes of Religion, Protestant reformer John Calvin rightly stated that the Muslims, although they proclaim at the top of their lungs that the creator of heaven and earth is God, still, while repudiating Christ, they substitute an idol in the place of the true God. While Islam attempts to create an acceptable form of monotheistic worship, it not only leaves out the most essential aspects of the saving relationship with God, but it also confronts these things head on and calls them the highest forms of blasphemy. I quote from the Quran, "Far be it from God that he should have a son." These words encircle the inside of the Dome of the Rock. This is the very location where for centuries God's people, the Jews, worshipped in their temple, awaiting their Messiah. This is also where Jesus, the Son of God, the Jewish Messiah, will someday rule over the earth. Islam has literally built a monument of unreserved defiance to this future reality. But what is the grievous penalty that shall befall those who believe such things? According to Islamic narrative, Jesus will return to kill these polytheists, or the Trinitarian Christians. But it does not end here. The Quran does not stop at denying that Jesus is the Son of God or that God exists as a Trinity.
Farewell and